Welcome everyone. In this session, we are going to start right from the basics of Power BI. In this series, we are going to build a simple sales dashboard step by step. You will learn how to create a basic charts like product-wise, category-wise sales, apply filters, and how to apply visual interactions, implement page navigation to create multi-page report. So let's get started. So before we start our session, let's go through the agenda of this Power BI session. So in first, we'll discuss what is business intelligence, why we need Power BI. Then we will learn about how to install Power BI and configure in local system and what are the system requirement. Then we will go through Power BI desktop interface where we will learn how to use Power BI query, how to model in Power BI, and how to create visual in Power BI and how to publish from Power BI desktop. Then we will learn about Power Query. Then we will learn about data modeling in Power BI. Then we will go into the depth of DAX. Then we will learn creating advanced formula like sales, gross sales, calculated columns we will create there. And then we will create our first report in Power BI. After creating first report, we will learn how to apply filters, slicers, interactions in Power BI. Once we create our full report like this, then we will learn how to share and publish reports in Power BI. Now let's start our first session. What is business intelligence and why we need Power BI? So let's understand simple definition of business intelligence. Business intelligence means using data to make better decisions. It's not about tools like Power BI or Tableau. It's simply about getting meaningful information from your data. Let's take a simple example. For example, you have this very basic sample data set where you have country, year, sales, and product ID, where your product information is stored in another table. Your manager simply asks you to create a report where he wants to see country-wise sales. In Excel, you will go to pivot table and you will create this sales report. So for example, you take country, you take sales. But here you see your data is not coming in proper format as expected. You can see Canada is coming as CN, Canada, India is coming IND, India, and USA is coming USA and US. So this information is not correct. This information is not correct because our data is not in the required format. So the very first thing you will have to do here, clean your data. So for example, first we will clean our data here. We will ensure all the countries are in proper format like this. Similarly, we will do for all the records manually. Now we'll go back here and we'll refresh. Once we refresh, you can see our data is coming in now correct format where we can see record by country-wise sales like Canada, India, USA. Now you need product-wise sales. If you go to the data set, here you will see we don't have product information that is stored in different table. So we will have to look up this table to product table. If you have worked in Excel, you must be familiar with the VLOOKUP formula where we can get data from another table. Let's apply that. So we need lookup value and then product details from product table. Once we do that, we get product information. So you can see we have got product name here. Now we can create a sample dashboard where we will also get product-wise information. So simply we can go back to pivot table and we can create another table where we will have product-wise sales. So let's go back, product name and sales. Simply you have now product-wise sales and country-wise sales. If you simply look at this data set, what you did here, your data was very simple, but there were few challenges with data. Data was not in the required format. Once you cleaned the data was not in the same table. You had to join with other table to get the right information. You did joining and then you created a pivot table where you have information. So if you simply try to combine all the steps, so first you did data cleaning, then you did data joining or data modeling, and then you did data visualization where you have data in the required format. So BI is about simply converting raw data into meaningful information, where your first step is data transformation or data cleaning, then data modeling or data joining, and data visualization. So why is BI important today? There are two simple reasons. We have too much data and we need to make fast decisions. If you use Excel for data analysis and reporting, you must have experienced that there is a rule limit in Excel, and even if you perform your analysis, if you apply formula in large data set in Excel, it runs very slow. Modern BI tools not only provide data analysis but also provide advanced features like data sharing and collaboration using single platform, where you can see reports not only on browser but you can see on the mobile. Now let's look at what BI tools are available in the market. There are 100 plus BI tools available in the market. Let's look at top BI tools. Number one is Power BI provided by Microsoft, Tableau, ClickSense, Looker, SAP Business Analytics, and 100 plus more. So where does Power BI fit? Power BI is one of the best tools to apply business intelligence, especially if you are starting out. Why is it a game changer? Here is why. It's free to start, very easy to learn, just like Excel. If you know Excel, you will find Power BI very easy to learn. You can connect to almost any data. There are 300 plus data source connectivity in Power BI from Excel to APIs. And most importantly, you can build beautiful interactive dashboard without writing a single line of code. Now let's take a look at the Power BI architecture. When working with business intelligence in Power BI, we primarily use two components: Power BI Desktop for report development and Power BI Service for report sharing and consumption. Power BI Desktop is a free application used to connect to data sources, perform data cleaning, build data models, and create interactive visualization. It's mainly used by report developers and analysts to design dashboards and reports locally on their system. While Power BI Service, also known as Power BI Online, is a cloud-based platform used to publish, share, and collaborate on reports. Once the report is created in Power BI Desktop, it is published to Power BI Service, where users can access report by web browser, Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, or even on mobile apps. In short, Power BI Desktop is for report building, while Power BI Service is for sharing and accessing them securely anytime, anywhere. If you would like to practice everything shown in this video series step by step, we have prepared complete content for you. Each part in this series has its own folder with instructions, raw data files, and Power BI files, so you can follow along easily at your own pace. For example, if you go to our part 4 of this series, you will see we have 3 folders. The first one is instructions folder. Here, if you open the instructions file, it has all the steps we have discussed, like the basic transformation. You will see step-by-step guidance along with images. Similarly, raw files contain all the raw files we used in this part, like basic transformation, text transformation, and number transformation. And in Power BI folder, you will find completed Power BI file we have created in this part. To get access, just visit datasoft365.com or email us at datasoft365@gmail.com. We will send you everything you need to start learning hands-on.